All right. Well, that was weird. So, I've come back from Guatemala a changed man, and I can say that now because I think after this trip I'm a legal adult. You see, Saturday, it was the day before, but that was my 16th birthday, which would make Sunday, when we also celebrated my birthday, my 17th, and then when they did it the third time, I was starting to get a little mad. I guess that would make that my 18th. So, anyway. I don't have anything prepared. Bob Gross saw me this morning and said, "Hey, look, you want to speak?" I said, "Okay." You don't ask if you don't mean it. So here I am, just kind of like I was when I went there, totally not knowing what to expect. But this morning, Dr. Crockett already mentioned in Miss Odom's lesson that she talked about spiritual gifts, and she said that every believer has a certain gift, but there's one that all believers have, and that is the enabling gift of the Holy Spirit. And locked up in the dental room, I saw that is true. I mean, we all had it. I mean, we were working and working and working. But there were so many people there, and they had so many problems, and, we couldn't do fillings or anything. All we could do was pull teeth out. And, sometimes we said, there's nothing we can do for these people. But I think that even for all those hours of work we put in, I think that I have gotten more out of it than we could have given to all those hundreds of people that we saw. Because, James Crockett took a lot of Spanish, and it showed. I think it was my first birthday when he had a conversation with a waiter. And this waiter, I guess, had started out as a Catholic, but had kind of, fallen away from the fold. And he was asking James, what we as Baptists believed, what was the difference between like Baptists and Methodists, because he saw a lot of Protestant evangelical groups come through. And they just really got into a religious discussion. I mean, James is Spanish. I mean, that he could have a impromptu religious discussion with a waiter, there's something else. But the waiter said that one of his big problems, I guess, problems would be a good word for his attitude towards the missionary groups that came through, was he said that a lot of people felt like God was contained in their country. Now, I never felt like that to start with, I don't think. But coming back from Guatemala, I feel like if anywhere, God was down there waiting for me to come. He wasn't here waiting for me to take him somewhere. He was there waiting for me to bring him back, if anything. So, and, it's only a week a year. If I do it again, it'll only be a week a year. So I got to remember that so that I can bring him back and share him here, share him where I am every day. Not just that 1 week. And, missions is a great thing. I think everyone should go. This was my first time. And I'm really glad I went, and I hope I can go back. But, the important thing is wherever you are, maybe you're not in an opportunity where you can go out in the field, but wherever you are, everywhere is the field, and just share them everywhere. But it was a great thing in my life, I think. I know I'll remember it forever. So, thank you.